So let's talk about tuning. So you've gotten this brand new guitar, and it's really cool looking, it's your favorite color, you're really excited to play it, but if the strings are not tuned, your favorite song's not going to sound right, and you're not going to get a pleasant sound out of it in general. So let's talk about how we tune our guitar before playing. So you should have an electric guitar tuner. It could look like this. And if you have one similar to this, it's going to clip onto your headstock, like so. And when you play a string, it'll tell you what letter it is. So, say your guitar is super out of tune, and you're looking at your tuner, and it says C, but you've memorized the order of our strings. Our strings are E, A, D, G, B, and E, right? So Eddie ate dynamite, goodbye Eddie. So this string, when you play it, it should say E, or so you think. But your tuner is telling you it's C. So what's the problem? So let's take a look here. So my tuner can be perfectly in tune. So when I play it, it's going to tell me this is C, and it's on the green. But this string should not be C, it should be E. So what we need to do, it's a little bit confusing, but we're going to have to tighten the string, which it'll take some practice until you get used to the sound of each individual string. But we're going to tune it tighter and tighter, so now it's telling me I'm at D. So we've talked about our musical alphabet, how we have A, B, C, D, E, F, and G, and those letters repeat. So once we reach G, we go back to A, and we repeat that again. Now here, my tuner is telling me this is D. It looks like a B on your screen because the camera's flipped the other way around, but this says D. Okay, so it's at D now. So I went through C, I went through D, so now I need to tighten it a little bit more until I get to E. That's where I want it. So for the tuning pegs on this side, you're going to turn them counterclockwise to tighten them. So now I'm at E, and this is where I should be. Now let's take a look at the strings on this side. So the first three strings, G, B, and E, or E, B, and G the other way around in numerical order, we call these the treble strings because they're higher pitched than these lower ones. So the ones that are wrapped in silver, we call them the bass strings. So treble strings, bass strings. Treble strings, we tune them on this side. So they'll be on the underside of your headstock when you're sitting in good playing position, or in folk style position like I'm sitting right now. So let's say we want to tune our B string here, and it's terribly out of tune, and it's telling me when I play the string, this is G sharp. So what the heck is G sharp? We don't know, but we know it's not supposed to be G sharp, it's supposed to be B. So in our musical alphabet, we've got G. Once we're at G, our next note is A, because after we go to G, we go back to A. Then B. So that means I have to tighten it. So this side I'm going to turn counterclockwise to tighten these strings. And there I'm back at B. And it's green. So even if it says green, even if it's green, so I could be centered perfectly here. But if the letter's not right, the string isn't right. So you have to look at not only the colors of your tuner, whether it's centered on whatever color is the middle one, telling you it's good to go, but you also have to look at the letter. Does the letter match up with the letter that you know that string should be? So this is where knowing your strings by letter and by number really come in handy. You have to know that in order to be able to tune your guitar. So I'm going to turn this back up, tighten it, turning my tuning peg counterclockwise. And now I turned it too far because I wasn't paying attention. And here I am at B. So this is good. Now, tuning your strings. Our bass strings are on this side, going from lowest pitch to highest pitch. So we start here on the one closest to you, E, A, D. Now on the other side, we've got G, B, and E. So Eddie ate dynamite, goodbye Eddie. So keep that in mind as you practice tuning your guitar. Now another resource, that you all can use, which I've told you about a little bit, is this great app called Guitar Tuna. So Guitar Tuna is absolutely free. It's guitar and tuna, like tuna fish. So you can download that on your phone, on your iPad. You just have to make sure to give it permission to access your phone's microphone. Otherwise, I know on some iPads it won't work unless you do that under the app settings on your device. But take a look at that, and it shows you a picture of the headstock. And when you play a string, it'll tell you which one you're playing and whether it's too low or too high. So it gives you instant feedback. It tells you which tuning peg to turn. So that's a really helpful thing to have at home. The only thing to keep in mind is that because it uses the phone's microphone to listen to your strings, if there's other noise in the room, other conversations or other guitars next to you, it'll affect how much it picks up. So it'll mess up its ability to tell which string you're playing. So just keep that in mind. That's why I asked you guys to buy the digital clip-on tuners for class, because these read the vibrations of the string. As the string vibrates, it vibrates the wood as well, and that's what the tuner reads to tell you if your string is in tune. Alright, so try that out, and I'll see you in class next time.